This video is about a sample I made by pouring plaster into a sock. This was in assignment 2 where I was looking at the idea of tracers, and I'd made a note to myself after the first few projects of the course which said, where are the people? And a lot of the work I did early in contemporary practice really didn't have people in it. There were empty vessels, there were traces of people, but nothing actually that represented the human body. So I wanted to try and explore that a little bit and put people more central to what I was doing. So to make this sample, I took a sock and poured plaster into it, and my initial feeling was to try and pick up the traces, as you can see on here. This was the knitted pattern inside the sock, and I was quite interested to start with in how humans leave traces and the relationship between textiles and the body. However, once I made it, two other things intrigued me. One was the feel and the look of the piece. It's obviously hard, like bone, and I was quite taken in a uneasy kind of way by this sort of shaft of leg which was cut off. And the other element was the unwrapping in itself. So the process of actually peeling the sock off of the plaster was very visceral and very emotive, really, sort of tugging it away. It was like, I made a video at the time which is on my blog, but it was like pulling a bandage off of a dried wound, and was very uncomfortable, made this sort of tearing noise, and it was also very much like sort of undressing or unwrapping, and felt quite intimate. If you think of the foot as something which is not often sort of touched in other people except with children or ill people, it even had sort of religious overtones to me as I was unpeeling this sock. And really one of the reasons I wanted to include this sample is that idea of wrapping became very important during the whole course. It emerged in assignment 1, but the idea of wrapping as both enclosing, comforting, but also restricting, as something that was quite positive but also could be quite confining, and something that textiles are intimately related to, the idea of binding and wrapping. A lot of that sort of stemmed with this piece.